Renata here. Hi, how are you? How are you all doing? How are you all on this Friday? Um, Happy Black History Month. As I said before, I'm going to be doing a lot of speaking about different topics and different people and different Black history figures that are lesser known and things of that sort. So, glad that you are here. You're seeing this video. How are you doing on this Friday? I got some I have my iPad and I'm going to be looking up some of the lesser known Black history figures, okay? Because we really have to, as people, human beings, really get the chance to know people that are in our Black history that have not gotten the chance to really be featured. It's sometimes where we're like, we know about those people, and those people. But I'm gonna look up lesser known Black history figures. Ha. Okay. I'm not gonna have but so much time on this. This person. Oh no, Shirley Chisholm. No. Okay, we'll go into this. All right. Yes. Ooh. Okay. We have. Who is this? 31 history making Black Americans everyone should know. These pioneering figures deserve to be celebrated. I can't figure out who the lady in this picture is. I guess Annie Allen. I don't know. I apologize for that. I don't know who it is. Let's see. It says first and this is off of Oprah Daily. It says 31 history making Black Americans everyone should know. I'm just going to pick a few. So apparently, I'm not going to be showing the picture. I don't want to get in trouble. And I don't want to get copywritten. So we're going to go. That was on Oprah Daily. That was Oprah Daily. Okay. Do not come for me. It was Oprah Daily. But the one that I'm going to be speaking about is Bayard Rustin. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, but I have not heard of him. He was from 1912 through 1987. And it says Dr. King is usually credited. So he was one of the people who also apparently was an organizer and a strategizer for the March on Washington in 1963. This is something that also there are other people that were in the civil rights march, and the we've got even the young woman, the young 15-year-old who really sat on the back, I mean, on the bus, not the back of the bus, but the she sat on the bus before Rosa Parks sat on the bus. But because of the fact that she was 15 years old, they did not believe the people who were in charge of the boycott did not believe that it would be a good look for a 15-year-old who is pregnant to be the poster person for this movement. So although it was a movement that helped us, it was still one of those things where they were strategically planning it. So we got to take the facts along with the help. It's not always going to be, as they say, rainbow and sunshine. It's not going to always be rainbow and sunshine. There are going to be people that did things that should have gotten the actual accolades, but because of the fact that something was not, as they say, in the best part, or was not at the best, they couldn't use they were not used, or they were not able to get that shine, get that moment that was really supposed to be theirs, you know. And I got to go back in and see the actual girl who, I will come back to this. I'm going to I'm going to go in and look at that. The first black young lady to sit on the bus. Um, Claudette Colvin. Claudette Colvin. She was 15. And because of the fact that Claudette was pregnant, she was so young. Well, no, that wasn't the thing. The fact that she was young was not the thing. The fact that she was pregnant at 15, that was the thing. That they decided, no, this is not a good look. It's not a uniformed look. We don't want this. And that is what was making it where she could not be the lead. I'm sure nowadays, oh, they would have been like, okay, she was, there's nothing wrong with that. But back then, it was what it was. You know, they were going for a certain look, and Rosa Parks wound up being the one who did have that certain look. So they chose Rosa Parks instead of Claudette Colvin. But I was seeing on YouTube that literally not too long ago, might have been this year, they cleared her. They cleared Claudette Colvin's record. They expunged it, and which I just remember laughing when I thought about that. I was like, so it was still on there, like she was still being judged for that, but apparently, so that was still on her record. I mean, I thought that after a certain amount of time that the record would be expunged automatically because of the fact that she was juvenile at that point, you know. So it was maybe on her juvenile record, but I really thought that it would have been expunged. But when you know and when you realize things, you can actually be like, hey, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right, that doesn't seem right, that's just wrong, you know. So I was also, what was the other one? Oh man, there was another one where I saw that it also was just one who was like, wait, what, that makes no sense. But you know, in Mississippi. But I'll leave that for another time. I was reading on YouTube, well, looking on YouTube, and they were doing this. Oh man, do I have the ability to go into it? Maybe I can get into it. Nope, I closed it. Wait, yeah, no, I got it. I got it. I got it. I have it. Let me go into my library. Uh, no, but the whole thing was that there, it was actually known now that, or found out that in Mississippi, instead of them turning in the paperwork for them actually notifying and declaring that the slaves were free, I mean that slavery was null and void, they did not do that at the current time until about 2013 or a little bit later. But I will get back to that, and I will be able to exactly give you that information. Not right now, but in by next time. Yeah, by next time that we have this, I will be able to find it because I cannot find it right now. So I will make sure that I get all of that information and I can give it to you word for word. Um, Now, the thing that we're going to go on ahead with is, okay, here it is, Claudette Colvin. They got an actual up-to-date picture of her. She was, like I said, she was 15. She refused to give her seat up. So Claudette Colvin is a bona fide historical figure that we now need to be able to celebrate her and continue to say, all of those years that you were not given the justification and the acknowledgement that you needed to get and that you should have been given. This is now your time to get your flowers while you're still alive. We don't know, or at least I have not known what kind of backlash she had because of not being in a certain position. But I'm sure she probably had a lot of backlash. I'm sure she probably had the factors of 15 years old, first things first. So she was still in school. Second of all, she was pregnant, so that was going. And then not she got rid of it, but the fact that she was 15 and pregnant. And then the fact that she had gone to jail. They put her in an actual jail. So then that was on her record. And we all know that especially for a black woman, a black female, a black girl, made it hard for her to most likely get a job. She most likely had that on her list, on her resume. Yeah, I went to jail. And then for her to be sitting there, probably, but we can only fathom and be grateful to God that we are not in that pair of shoes. But I'm grateful that she actually went through and did this and was able to survive and hopefully survive. Now, the next person is, or the next woman is Annie Lee Cooper. She was from 1910 to 2010. She was a Selma, Alabama native. Played a crucial part also in the 1965 Selma voting rights movement. So we always hear about certain people, and this lady was one of the people that helped us in the voting rights movement. And if we know anything, we know that they have been lately in this past election, trying to, really shake up things and mess things up or make it harder or make it more complicated, change things around for the voting and the places where we can vote. And we as people have to make sure that we find out what the exact information is. We want to make sure that we can come together as a people and make sure that we know our voting rights. We don't need to, and it would be a disservice, a very visceral disservice to those like Annie Lee Cooper, who helped in the voting rights movement. Let's see. It says she lauded for punching Alabama. Oh, she is lauded for punching Alabama Sheriff Jim Clark in the face. Wow. But she really deserves to be celebrated for fighting to restore and protect voting rights. And this is on oprahdaily.com. So when you go, you can look this up on oprahdaily.com. If Oprah ever is looking, hello, Oprah. I am saying hi, Renata here. I'm giving you all of your rights. I'm giving you all of the credit. Thank you for putting these people on this list and giving us this list. Thank you. Even if you didn't particularly specifically do it, thank you for doing this or allowing it to be put on your list. And I know that Oprah Winfrey is a very great advocate for knowing our history and being able to know our Black history figures and all of this in the Black community. So I know that she had some kind of full, understanding of what was going on. The next one is, let's see, Bessie Coleman. Now, I noticed that I did kind of skip some people because some of the people that were on this list are what I consider them already known. Jesse Owens, we had Jesse Owens and Dorothy Heights. I don't know if you all don't know those two, but I know a bit of those two people, black history figures. The one that I don't know about is Bessie Coleman. So we're going to go on a little bit of a tiny adventure and learn about Bessie Coleman. Bessie Coleman was from 1892 to 1926. That doesn't really sound like a lot of time, but because that was so long ago. But Bessie Coleman in Black history, despite being the first licensed Black pilot in the world. And Bessie Coleman was not recognized as a pioneer in aviation until after her death. But this is not a first of people not being known and recognized until after their death. We had a lot of painters. Well, we had painters and musicians in the Renaissance age and everything like that back then that also they were not really paid attention to until after their death, until after their demise. Let's see, who was the one who I just was, oh gosh. I was just doing a project for a PowerPoint. It wasn't a project, it was a PowerPoint for the Black History program that I'm going to be helping in. And one of the people that I can't remember her name. Oh my goodness. I was doing the project and let me see. Let me pull into it. Maybe it might be on here. I was doing the project and found out that she also was not really mentioned or known about until Zora Neale Hurston. There you go. Zora Neale Hurston. She also was not recognized a lot because of the fact that she was Black. And she was not really paid attention to on all of the attributes that she actually had. Like she was an anthropologist, a filmmaker, an ethnographer. So she dealt with different other deep studies into African American and different diaspora of the people, of our people, and of different cultures, so that she could be able to bring those to the public. But because of the fact that she was a Black woman, all they knew her or put her out there for was, oh, she was an author. She's an author. Okay, that's what she is. She's an author. But she did a lot more than just being an author. So we're going to go back to Bessie Coleman. Let's see, the first licensed Black pilot in the world. Do you know how much that means? In the world. Like, That is a great feat to be able to be the first one in the world, the first black person in the world, the black pilot. Let's see. Though history has favored Amelia. Oh, yep. History always favors Amelia Earhart and the Wright brothers. But Coleman, who went to flight school in France in 1920, paved the way for a new generation of diverse flyers. Ah, also brings in this article also brings in people like the Tuskegee Airmen, the Blackbirds, and Flying Hobos. Now, I will have to look up the Blackbirds and the Flying Hobos. I don't know them. I just know the Tuskegee Airmen. And they've even had a movie about them. So I have seen that, but I will have to look up Blackbirds and Flying Hobos. In fact, should we do that now? I think we should do that now. Blackbirds and Flying Hobos. All right, let me see. It won't let me go back. The Blackbirds. Flying group. Nope. See, it won't even. This is how it does. Doesn't even want you to know about this stuff. You have to like really go in very deep. Blackbird Air, a new generation of flying. Ah, okay. No. Let's see. Nope. Doesn't give. Man. See, this is, I don't know, maybe I'm not pulling up the right thing. I'm not doing the right search, because in Google, if you don't pull up the right search, it's not going to give you the thing that you want. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just go back into what I was going into, and we will have to pull that up on another day. This is a different one. It's funny how the internet Google can give you several options, and you're like, wait, what? So this is another one. Jane Bolin. Jane Bolin became the nation's first Black woman judge. What? I have not heard of these. I have not heard of some of these people. I have not. I've not heard of these people. Let me say it like that. And so the fact that I'm just hearing about this, like, I don't know how many other people are just hearing about this. If you come past this video, hello, Renata here. Please come in, like, and subscribe, because I'm trying to get on the algorithm, and I'm also trying to be able to help educate our people. Our people meaning human beings, Black people, Black Americans, women, all of the above. I'm trying to be able to help us to, as a people, get better information and more true facts that we can all be able to elevate and be able to accumulate more information. Because when you have more information, you can do more. And that's exactly what we need to do. Get more information. So, Jane Bolin. She was the nation's first Black woman judge in 1939. Wow. She graduated from Yale Law School and served on New York's family court for 4 decades. 4 decades. they allowed they and I say this unfortunately, they allowed her to serve on there for 4 decades because in those days you you couldn't hardly hear of women doing this. So for her to and not only did they allow her, but she was able to probably most likely have to fight and endure in order to be able to stay in her position. So I'm giving her kudos as well. So yay for Jane Bolin. I give her memory a round of applause. She was born in oh no, I'm sorry. She was in 1939. That was when she was the judge for 4 decades. Man. Mm. She worked to stop probation officers from getting assignments based on the color of their skin. Wow. Yep. Some things don't change. Like we think that things have changed a slew of a lot. Things have changed, but we got to make sure that we continue to keep up in this what we have to know in this fight of being able to stay where we want to stay and be able to show that we are worthy. We are worthy of the place that we have fought to get to. The next one is Alice Allison Dunnigan. I apologize if I said said the last name wrong. I have never heard of this person, Alice Allison Dunnigan. She was the first African American female White House correspondent. Let's see when she was. When was this? In 1949. She became the chief of the Associated Negro Press. I'm sorry, 1947. My apologies. 1947. Wow. Man. Let's see. A year later, become the first female African American to follow a president's campaign out on the road. Oh, that is something. Because back in those days, she could not. The black women go out there on the road on a campaign with the president. Oh nah, they would be like, you know what? You just stay behind. We'll pretend like you did it, and you just stay behind. But Alice Allison Dunnigan, was able to be seen and be able to do this. While she had to pay her way to cover, she did have to pay her way. They did not cover her way, but they allowed her. They gave her the right to go on ahead and be on this campaign road, this campaign with the president. Wow, this is wild. Oh man. Western train. She finally received the respect she deserved when John F. Kennedy was elected. Wow. I guess maybe he gave her that credit and said, "Hey, this is you all. This is Alice Allison Dunnigan." Like I said, I have never heard of her. I probably most likely would not have heard of her because I was not really into politics. Um, and sometimes I'm still not into it because it's so convoluted in the politics game. You know, it's begun to be, well, not begun, but it is now where it's not even just people caring about actual people or the leaders caring about the actual people. The leaders are caring for themselves and their friends and people who they care about. So that's one of the reasons why I just, I think that I don't know about some of these people. Let's see. The next person is Wangari Meatai. I don't know how to say it the correct way, but I'm trying. Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai became the first Black woman to win the 2004 Nobel Peace Prize. I didn't even know this. I mean, I don't really pay or didn't pay much attention to the whole thing of the Nobel Peace Prize. You, we, te- I've learned of a few people that won the Nobel Peace Prize, but it's one of those things that never comes to my mind. It's like, well, okay, I don't know. It's sort of like, how does that happen? What happens? And then I just go trailing off to another issue that is more personal to me. If I happen by happenstance to find out what it takes for the Nobel Peace Prize. So now that I do see this, I'm going to actually go in and look for what gets you validated for the Nobel Peace Prize. What do you have to do? What are the rules and what all that you have to have? Let's see. It's Wangari Maathai. All right. Let's see. No, I don't want any. I don't want any voices. She was a Nobel lecturer for professor. So she was a Nobel lecturer. Let's see, but that's not answering my question. What do I can't think of the actual question. What validates you? What validates the Nobel Peace Prize? Yeah, what validates the Nobel Peace Prize? According to the Nobel Peace Prize, according to the Nobel's will, the Peace Prize shall be awarded to the person who is in the preceding year, who in the preceding year shall have done the most or best work for fraternity between nations, for the abolition of reduction of standing armies, and for the holding and promotion of peace congresses. Does anybody understand that? Because I didn't get that. Yeah, how is a Nobel Peace Prize winner chosen? No one can nominate himself or herself for the prize. The nominators are selected to represent as many countries or universities as possible over time. After receiving all nominations, the Nobel committees of the four prize awarding institutions confer to shortlist. Okay, so you have to do a lot. You have to really help with a lot of things, peace, and I guess helping to abolish and reduce big issues, vast issues. Yeah. So that being said, that did not help me but so much, but you know. Let's see, it probably won't even let me go back in. Nope. Nope. Let's see. Now it's taking me to a new page. So it won't let me go back in, but it's allowing me to go into different pages. Oh, wait, no, it is. I apologize. Man, when I get even more followers, which is why I'm saying, hey there, subscribe and like so that we can be able to get this bigger and better, and I can get more topics and get um, more specific. So I wanted to be able to do this during Black History Month. There's so many more people. We have not, and it sort of sounds like I'm trying to pick on or get the women, but I'm not only trying to get the women, I'm trying to find men also that are on this or should be on this list of, man, yeah, of let's see. Let's see. Um, lesser known. Okay. All right, here we go. We got Shirley Chisholm, Bayard Rustin. Maybe we can go into this. Bayard Rustin, organized and strategized. Now, Rustin Bayard, he was close to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he was one of the most influential and effective organizers of the civil rights movement. I can't go too much into this word for word verbatim. I definitely do not want to get copywritten or anything of that sort. I know how that goes because when I was in school, we used to have to do book reports or Black history reports. And of course, always told, do not copyright, do not plagiarize. So therefore, I learned my lesson on that. Oh man. Yeah. It looks like Bayard Rustin was more so questioned on his sexuality and former affiliation with the Communist Party. That might have been why he was not as or is not as known because of different, at those times they really wanted it to be one thing. You had to be one way. You had to be whatever the way it was that they needed you to be in order to be able to stand up and be in the front. That's what they needed. And unfortunately, Rustin Bayard, his background made it where he was not seen as much as different other people, such as Jesse Jackson, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's two others that just Al Sharpton, Reverend Al Sharpton. Oh gosh, I can't think of the other man's name. He's right in my head. The one who was, yeah, I can't think of his name right this second. I'm sorry. I think it might be because it's a Friday. But wow, it's a lot more than what I even expected to be able to find. But when I see all of this also between all of these people that I just have seen, it lets you know that because of the fact that they weren't in some kind of capacity where they were going to be able to be perfect for the role of being up in front. They had something that was a imperfection, a quirk, or something like that. Whether it be that, what was her name? The one that I just spoke about before this. Oh my gosh. Where'd she go? No. What was her name? I'm gonna have to write these down. Wangari Mayati, or what Mayata. The fact that she the fact that she has that name, and she's Central Africa. Um, well, she was also the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a doctorate degree. So this is also the reason why probably that she is not as known, because when we think of Black historical figures, we tend to only think of American and only tend to think of certain people. And that is very unfortunate because we've got loads of people who have done loads of different discoveries, inventions, things to help other people's inventions. And of course, we all know that different ones have been their actual inventions have been confiscated by Caucasian and other cultural groups, and there's there what we can do now is to be able to learn about these people and to be able to bring it to the front page, bring it up more, and allow our children and our children's children and generations to be able to know more about these people. So this is what is really my thing this month, being able to know more about different Black historical figures. I'm going to go on ahead into next time. I will go into the ones that were in as astronauts and in other different realms pertaining to that. We've got a male astronaut, a female astronaut. I can't remember either of their names. Why? Because personally, I was not one that wanted to be an astronaut. So, with me, with my background, and in the way that my mind processes things, if it was not something that was, this sounds unfortunate, but if it was not pertaining to me, but I learned it, it did not, it did not really stick or stay. So now that I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm wanting to learn this. A lot more things are new to me, and things that I was maybe taught are coming in, needing to come in again. So I have to go back and learn those things. And so on my journey of trying to relearn so that I can be able to, and trust me, I will not be able to relearn everything that I was given as a free lesson during school. But I believe that this allows me to cherish it more, you know? So yeah, I wanted to be able to actually have people to also comment on other people that they know, or I mean that they have learned about, um, and just put it in the comment box. What African American, Black, whether it not be African American, whether it just be Black, um, historical figure, man or woman, that you have learned about. And I will look it up because each Friday I want to be able to do this, and put this out so that I could be able to help us as people. You know, a lot of people might be like, they might say, it's up to us to learn about our own people and nobody needs to tell us about our people. But if nobody tells us about our people, how are we going to know? Like a few of those, okay, no, not a few. All of them I did not know about. I think I might have heard Bessie Coleman, but I don't think so. I don't remember hearing about her. And like I said, the the Tuskegee Airmen, I knew about them because of the fact, and it sounds really bad, but the factor of the movie that they made. And also because my dad used to talk about how he loved them and different things of that sort. So, but that's it. That's all that I have. I look forward to being able to have like 5, 6, 7 people on here just coming in, being like, hey, I know about this and I know about that person and I know about this. And we can be able to have a conversation, a back and forth conversation, so that we can be able to talk about these people, get these people known more. I'm sorry. And get these Black American figures known. I'm sure some family out there is like, hey, my family member did this. My member did that. Like my grandmother, her uncle, I think he was like one of the first doctors in Atlanta. His name was Rich Banks. Rich Banks. And so to know that, I was like, wow, that is so cool. And let's see, just knowing about our people and to relearn with a fresh mind of, wait, there are people that we need to know about, and realizing that we have been taught so many things that are, I'm not going to say not of importance, but we don't know what we need to know in the first place. A lot of us don't know a lot of things that we need to know in the first place. So we're learning other stuff, and then later on it's like, oh yeah, and you needed to know this and that and these and that and these. And so that's what I am trying to help other people to not have to really do, of trying to, I guess, overload. So I'm hoping that you all have gotten the chance to learn some more. And hopefully, I will be able next time to put up the pictures. I'll just, put up the fact that I'll put up a disclaimer and say, let me let you have this disclaimer. I will have this person and that person and these people from this site. And then I'll be able to give that disclaimer, and I won't have to sit there and be like, oh, are they gonna just like take it off? I've had a few videos where they did do that. They literally took it off. So yeah. Um, but when you see this, please like, share, and subscribe. I am trying, this community that I am trying to make is needing to be very much needed in this time and day. I've been looking on YouTube at many different videos, and we've got a lot of videos that are perplexing and allowing people to find the wrong information, get convoluted information where it ends up messing them up. Then they go down the wrong rabbit hole and they don't get anything. Because let me say it like this: if you go down the right rabbit hole, you'll find that rabbit, you'll be able to pull him up or pull it up. But if you go down the wrong rabbit hole, you'll just keep going down. And that is what I don't want for our people. I don't want people as human beings, as people in America, as people who need to understand these things. I don't want us to continue going down the rabbit hole. I need us to make sure that we can be able to get the truth, facts and all. And I will tell you, some of the truth will be, and some of the facts will be just them. It won't be easy to digest. It might not be what you wanted to hear. It might not be in the way that you wanted to hear it, But facts are facts. It's what we do with those facts once we find out. That is what really makes tomorrow either better or worse. And I'm fervently praying and hoping that we will make tomorrow better. We've got a lot of things that are being misconstrued. And if we could only see the actual facts, we could be able to clear it up, understand it, and go from that point. So I'm hoping and fervently praying that we as people, human beings, can relearn empathy, wisdom, discernment, knowledge. Those are the things that we need to learn as people, human beings. Wisdom, empathy, what did I say? Discernment and knowledge. Because if we don't have those things, we're no better than animals. We're just out here just... And I know that we are more than that. So to end this off, I'm going to say, please like and share and subscribe. I might have to make a jingle for it. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. How do you all like that? That's better? That might get me more views on this video. So I think I'm going to start trying to do more, and I'll do more reels on this channel so that more people can be able to come in, see my beautiful face. Yes. And also seriously get the information that they need, that we all need to learn. So until next time, until next Friday, I will see you all. Like, share, and subscribe. Renata out. Bye.